Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Graciela Harris, and in this video I'll be showing you guys how I created this set perfect for the fall season using fall leaves and nude ombre with a pretty matte burgundy color. If you want to see how I did it, please keep on watching. So I started off with my client's nails already prepped. Here I'm just measuring all her tips, making sure they're all the same size. My client wanted to go for a coffin shape, so we decided to use these pre-shaped coffin nail tips. I like using these because, like I said in my previous video, they are easier to work with if you're wanting a coffin shape. The shape is already there for you, so it helps you save on time as well. Here I'm just going in with my sanding band and just very gently going around where the tip meets her natural nail, just to get rid of that little bump so that when I apply my acrylic it's a smoother application. Once I'm done filing and prepping her nails, next I will be going in with my Easy Flow dehydrator. And this will help get rid of any excess oils that she may have on her natural nail beds. Next I will be going in with my primer from Premier Nails. Next I'll be going in with a really thin layer of clear acrylic. I always like to do this step whenever I'm working with colored acrylics, as it helps prevent her natural nail from staining from the colored acrylics. Also, for when my client comes back for her backfill, it helps so that I won't touch her natural nail bed as I'm filing down the old colored acrylic. So on her ring finger we decided to have a clear background. So here I'm just going in with a really thin layer of clear, and I'm adding these really pretty flakes by Creations, and they're called Chameleon Flakes. Now I'm adding a little bit of more clear in the spots where I will be adding the leaves. And I'm just placing them kind of going down the center, not really in any specific order or pattern. Next, I will be encapsulating my design with clear. Anytime I'm working with dark colored acrylics, I always like to start with my light colors if I'm using any light. So in this case, I'm doing a clear nail, so I started with that one. Since colored acrylics, and especially dark ones, tend to stain your monomer, I always like to start with my light colors or clear if I'm doing a clear nail. That way my monomer is not stained with the other colors from the colored acrylics. So it's always a good idea to start off with your clear nails or your light colored acrylic nails. That way you don't have any residue left behind from the darker colored acrylics. So here I'm just finishing capping off my nail. Since these nails are a little bit on the longer side, I do go in with another bead of clear, just kind of going down the center of the nail to give it a little bit more strength. So on her middle finger we decided to go with the nude color, and this one is from Mia Secret's Cover Beige. So I started off with a big bead, trying to cover the whole nail with the one bead. It didn't quite work out, but as you see it's kind of running down her nail on the sides. So when that happens, I like to go down with my brush, pick it up, and then just reapply it to the nail. That way I'm not wasting a lot of product. So as I apply my acrylic, I like to kind of tap it into place, and then once I like the placement of where I have it, I will then go in with my brush and brush it down to perfect the placement. And here I'm just capping my nude nail with a thin layer of clear acrylic. Next, I'm going in with this burgundy color from iGel Beauty in Daredevil DD number 85. So I place my bead and I like to dab it going around her cuticle, trying my best not to touch her skin, as it is a dark color, so it will stain her skin if I do touch it. So I just like to tap on the acrylic, pressing it down the nail, tapping it into place. Since this is a longer nail, I will be going in with a second bead. I always try and do my nails with the one bead method. It doesn't always work out that way with the longer nails especially, so if I do need to go back in and add a second bead, I can always go back and add one. On her pointer finger, we decided to go with an ombre. So here I am placing my bead on her center of the nail and just tapping it down, tapping it into place, and then feathering off the top so that when I place my nude for the ombre, there's not like a harsh line of the burgundy. If you guys could please like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys have any requests on designs that you guys would like me to do, you guys can also leave them down in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can. For the ombre, we are using the same nude I used on her middle finger, Mia Secret's Cover Beige. And I place my bead kind of overlapping the burgundy. And as I tap it into place, I like to feather it down very gently. And placing my second bead up at the top near the cuticle area and just tapping it into place, trying not to touch her skin, and then lightly feathering it down. And here I go in and add a third bead, just a really small one as I felt it needed a little bit more just to make the ombre look a little bit smoother. And next I will be going in and capping my burgundy nails and my ombre nail with a really thin layer of clear acrylic. It's always so satisfying to watch people lay their acrylic in one bead and have it cover the whole nail. Who else agrees? Comment down below. And here's what the nails look like before they are shaped and filed. Next, I'll be going in with my medium grit carbide safety bit. I always like to start off on the sides of my nails, going around each side, getting rid of any extra acrylic that might be left behind. And then I like to go up and around the cuticles, trying my best not to touch your skin. And then I like to move my drill bit down the nail, going side to side, trying to get rid of any extra acrylic. It always helps when you're laying down your acrylic to lay it down as neat as possible. That way when you are going in to file your nails, you don't spend a lot of time trying to debulk your nails. So it's always good to practice laying your acrylic down neatly, that way you don't waste a lot of time filing. So once I'm done with my e-file, I go in with my hand file 80-100 grit, and I go around her sides trying to perfect the shape and make it as coffin as I can. And once I'm done with the sides, I like to tilt the finger down and file the tip of the nail so that it's perfectly straight. And next I go in with my buffer and buff them out really good. That way when I apply my top coat, there's no lines left behind from the file. Especially when you're working with matte top coat, you really want to buff out your nails because matte really amplifies any imperfections that may be left behind from filing. So on her middle finger, we decided to go in with a design using Swarovski crystals, and here I'm going in using this rhinestone gel that I bought off of Amazon. I will link it down for you guys. I really like using this gel instead of glue because it really gives you time to work with your design and play around with the stones, not like glue that you have to work kind of fast or else your glue will dry up and then you're stuck with the design, and if you don't like it you have to remove the stones. So I really prefer using the gel. And once I like the placement and how they look, I go in with a little brush and some alcohol on it and just kind of feather out the glue on the sides where there is a little bit too much. That way when I cure it, it doesn't leave behind like a bulky layer of gel. And then next I will be going in with my Coupa matte top coat. Definitely recommend this top coat. It's super matte and you don't have to wipe it once it's out of the light. It's already cured and it's ready to go. And whenever you do have a nail that does have stonework on them, you always want to remember to go around the stones, never over them, as the top coat will dull them out and they will lose their shine and their shape. But if you ever get some top coat on top of your stones, you can always go in with a small brush and just wipe it off. And here's how the nails turned out. I hope you guys liked this design. If you guys did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.